What do you do when your neighbor buys a car? Ideally nothing, because it's none of your business. But if you're a bad neighbor, you can do a lot. You can criticize the model, you can compare it to your own car, or you can badmouth it. In this case, China is that bad neighbor, and the car is India's economic growth. Let me explain. Last week, Indian officials arrested 2 Chinese nationals. Both were top employees at Vivo. It's a Chinese mobile giant. Its Indian unit is accused of money laundering. Of course, China rejects it. Beijing has adopted a twin strategy. Officially, they're appealing to the Indian government.
We urge the Indian side to fully understand the mutually beneficial and win-win nature of China-India economic and trade cooperation. It will provide a fair, just, transparent and non-discriminatory business environment for Chinese enterprises to invest and operate in India.
That's their official approach. What about the unofficial one? To know that, all you have to do is look at Global Times, news website / Xi Jinping's personal diary. They're on a roll since the arrest. Multiple articles have criticized India's investment landscape. They say India is the graveyard for foreign firms. Now let's be clear, these are not news articles. They're hit pieces, exposing China's insecurity and animosity. And just look at the statements. I'm quoting, "Some people have summarized India's consistent strategy as luring foreign companies in, deceiving them, and then unjustly robbing their achievements, turning foreign results into Indian ones." 2 things to note here. 1, who are these some people? They have no names. They have no stated jobs or expertise, but somehow we must believe their analysis. And 2, robbing achievements? That's rich coming from China. We're talking about a country that specializes in copy-paste. They steal intellectual property for fun. Last year, China's state-backed hackers targeted 30 multinational firms. Guess how much they stole? Intellectual property worth trillions of dollars. We're talking about missile blueprints, solar panels, vacuum technology. All of it stolen. Yet China has the audacity to accuse India of robbing, and that too without evidence. Their whole argument is based on 2 claims. 1, that India is hurting Chinese phone companies to help domestic ones. And 2, that India is trying to appease the West. Neither is true. India banned China's TikTok way back in 2020, much before the Western crackdown, much before any other country contemplated a ban. Who was India appeasing then? Plus, China has a record of money laundering. There have been cases in the US, Italy and the United Kingdom. It was so bad that the FATF had to flag it. Now, the FATF is a financial watchdog. In 2019, they took aim at China. They said Beijing has, and I'm quoting, incomplete understanding of the risks linked to money laundering. So the charges against Vivo are not unprecedented, and it's not just India. Chinese companies are in the dock everywhere, like Huawei, ZTE and ByteDance. Which brings us to the most important question. What is China's problem with India? In simple words, the new car. India and China had contrasting fortunes this year. China's economy stumbled. It was held back by zero COVID and Xi Jinping's crackdown on everything. But India surged ahead. The IMF called India the star performer. Even next year could be the same. China is projected to grow at 4.6% in 2024. India could grow at 6.3%. I guess New Delhi is stealing Beijing's thunder. It is emerging as a new engine of growth, and clearly China cannot accept that. Hence the smear pieces on Global Times. And it's not limited to 1 or 2 articles. This is a sustained campaign that is underway. The end goal is to drive investors away from India. They have a catchphrase too. Most articles call India the graveyard for foreign companies. Fun fact, no one else calls India that. If you Google the phrase, only Chinese results pop up, like Xinhua, China Daily and Global Times. It's a neat trick, but an old one. So our message to China's mouthpieces would be this. It's something that therapists love saying. Don't project, meaning don't push your insecurities on someone else. India is not robbing anyone's success. China is. Similarly, foreign companies are leaving China, not India. It's time to wake up from communist Disneyland and smell the coffee.